Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some students study for just a few hours and still top the exams, while others work day and night but barely pass? If you've ever felt frustrated, stressed, or stuck in your studies, trust me, it's not your fault. You were simply never taught the right way to study. But what if I told you that there is a secret study formula that only a few students know? A formula so powerful that it can make even an average student outperform a genius. Sounds unbelievable? Then listen carefully, because once you learn these 8 Japanese secrets, there's no going back. The harsh truth about studying. Why you're struggling. Most students study the wrong way, and let me prove it to you. Tell me, have you ever read an entire chapter, felt confident, but then forgot everything during the exam? Have you ever made a timetable, promised yourself you'll follow it, and then failed within 3 days? Or have you ever tried to focus, but ended up scrolling through your phone for hours? If you said yes to any of these, then I have bad news for you. Your study method is broken, and if you don't fix it, you'll never reach the top. But here's the good news. The Japanese have already figured out how to study in the most effective way possible. They use a system so advanced that it makes learning almost effortless. The hidden study formula. Why Japanese students always win. Japanese students don't just study. They train their brains like an athlete trains for the Olympics. They don't waste time on useless methods. They follow scientific techniques that guarantee results. In Japan, they don't say, study harder. They say, study smarter. And that's exactly what I'm about to teach you. Imagine this. What if you could study half the time and remember twice as much? What if you could focus instantly, recall everything easily, and stay motivated without forcing yourself? It's all possible, but only if you learn the 8 Japanese secrets I'm about to reveal. And let me warn you, once you apply these secrets, your studies will never be the same again. You will have an unfair advantage over every other student. So if you're ready to unlock the Japanese study code and transform into a topper, then stay with me till the end. Because secret number 8? That one is so powerful, it can turn an average student into a genius. Now, let's begin with the first secret. Kaizen, the 1% rule. Small daily improvements lead to massive success. Kaizen is a Japanese philosophy that means continuous improvement. Instead of making big, unrealistic study plans, Japanese students focus on improving just 1% every day. How to apply Kaizen in studies. Instead of studying for 10 hours one day and getting exhausted, start with 30 minutes of deep focus daily and gradually increase. If you struggle with a subject, don't try to master everything at once. Fix one weakness at a time. Make your study area 1% better each day. Better lighting, fewer distractions, and better organization. Why it works. Your brain adapts better to small, consistent changes rather than sudden, massive efforts. Over time, these small improvements turn into huge results. 2. The Pomodoro Technique, Japanese Focus System. Japanese students use focused study bursts to improve concentration. Instead of studying for hours with distractions, they use the Pomodoro Technique. 25 minutes of deep study, 5-minute break. How to use this. 1. Set a timer for 25 minutes and study with full concentration. No phone, no distractions. 2. Take a 5-minute break. Stretch, drink water, but no phone scrolling. 3. Repeat this 4 times, then take a 15 to 20-minute break. Why it works. The human brain can only focus intensely for short periods. This technique helps avoid burnout and improves long-term memory. 3. The Feynman Technique. Learn faster and remember longer. Japanese students don't just read and memorize. They use the Feynman Technique, which helps them deeply understand concepts. How to use this? 1. Pick a topic and try to explain it in simple words, as if teaching a child. 2. If you struggle, go back and relearn the difficult parts. 3. Keep simplifying until you can explain it without using complex words. Why it works. Teaching forces your brain to understand deeply, making it almost impossible to forget. 4. Active recall, the secret memory. Hack: most students read and highlight textbooks, but Japanese students do the opposite. They testo to use this. Instead of rereading, close your book and recall what you just studied. Use flashcards. Write a question on one side and the answer on the other. Before going to sleep, quickly quiz yourself on what you studied that day. Why it works. Active recall forces your brain to retrieve information, strengthening memory like a muscle. The rule of 3. How Japanese students avoid overloading. Their brain, Japanese students follow the rule of 3. They never learn more than 3 major topics in a day. How to apply this. Morning. Study the hardest subject when your brain is fresh. Afternoon. Study a medium difficulty subject. Evening. Revise an easy subject or something you enjoy. Why it works. Your brain can only handle a limited amount of deep learning per day. This method prevents mental fatigue. 6th, AI-powered study. How Japanese students use technology smartly. Japan is a leader in AI-driven learning, and students use AI-powered tools to study efficiently. How to use AI for studying. Use AI tutors like ChatGPT, Quora, or Google's Bard to explain difficult topics. Use speech-to-text apps to take notes without writing. Use Anki, AI-based flashcards, to boost memory retention. Why it works. AI removes wasted time, helps simplify concepts, and gives personalized learning for better results. 7. Shuchu Ryoku, the Japanese art of extreme focus. Japanese students train their Shuchu Ryoku, which means deep focus ability. They can study for long periods without getting distracted. How to improve your focus. Like Japanese students, create a distraction-free environment. No phone, social media, or noise. Use the Forest app or Cold Turkey to block distracting websites. Practice meditation or breathing exercises before studying. Why it works. Training your focus improves mental stamina, allowing you to learn faster and better. 8. Nemawashi, the Japanese strategy to stay consistent. Nemawashi means preparing the ground before planting a tree. In Japan, students plan their studies in advance, so they never feel overwhelmed. How to apply this. At the start of each week, write down what topics you will cover. Every night before bed, decide what you will study tomorrow. Break big goals into small steps, so studying feels effortless. Why it works. Planning removes stress and keeps you consistent, ensuring you never fall behind. Now you know the 8 powerful Japanese secrets that can transform your studies forever. But here's the truth. Just knowing these secrets isn't enough. Think about it. How many times have you learned a great study tip but never applied it? That's where most students fail. The difference between toppers and average students isn't intelligence, it's action. Toppers don't just listen, they apply. So here's my challenge for you. Pick just one of these secrets: Kaizen, active recall, AI-powered studying, or any other, and start using it today. Even if you improve just 1% every day, in a few months, your results will be unbelievable. Imagine your next exam, walking in with full confidence, remembering everything effortlessly, and coming out knowing you aced it. That's the power of studying smart. Now, the choice is yours. Will you ignore this and continue struggling? Or will you take action and unlock your true potential? The Japanese study code is now in your hands. Use it wisely.